Andrey Arshavin, a name that once lit up stadiums across Europe, capturing the attention of millions with his skill, flair, and effortless brilliance. Known for his dazzling dribbles, sharp passing, and knack for scoring from the most unlikely positions, he was a player who promised so much. At the 2008 European Championship, he was the face of Russian football, and his performances made him one of the most sought-after talents in Europe. But just as quickly as he rose to the top, Andrey Arshavin faded from the global football scene. One moment, he was the shining star of Zenit St. Petersburg and a hero of Euro 2008. The next, he seemed to vanish without a trace. Why did someone with so much potential fade so quickly from the world's biggest football stages? This is the story of a player who electrified millions and then disappeared, leaving many fans wondering, what happened to Arshavin? Chapter 1. The Making of a Prodigy. Andrey Arshavin was born on May 29, 1981, in Leningrad, now St. Petersburg, Russia. From the beginning, it was clear that he had a special gift. He joined the Smena Football Academy at a young age, where he developed the technical skills that would later become his trademark. By the time Arshavin reached his teenage years, it was clear that he was destined for greatness in Russian football. His talent didn't go unnoticed, and by 16, Arshavin was promoted to the first team of Zenit St. Petersburg, his hometown club. While Zenit wasn't a major force in Russian football at the time, Arshavin's arrival signaled the start of something special for both him and the club. His dribbling, vision, and ability to break down defenses made him a standout player, and it wasn't long before he became one of the most exciting young talents in Russia. Chapter 2. Zenit's glory and Arshavin's rise. By 2007, Zenit St. Petersburg was on the verge of something incredible, and Arshavin was at the heart of it all. That season, Zenit won their first Russian Premier League title in over 20 years, with Arshavin contributing 11 goals and 11 assists. His play was nothing short of spectacular, and he quickly became one of the most valuable players in the league. His performances were starting to gain international attention, and it was clear that his talent could take him far beyond Russia. But Arshavin wasn't done. In 2008, Zenit went on to win the UEFA Cup, now the Europa League. And once again, Arshavin was instrumental in their success. His performances throughout the tournament were dazzling, and his ability to control the game made him a key player for Zenit. In the final, he was at his best, helping Zenit secure a 2-0 win over Rangers, and securing his place as one of Europe's hottest properties. Chapter 3. Euro 2008. Arshavin's moment in the spotlight. While Zenit's European triumphs were impressive, it was the 2008 UEFA European Championship that truly made Arshavin a household name. Russia had a strong squad, but it was Arshavin who stole the show. Despite missing the first 2 group games due to suspension, he returned in spectacular fashion and carried Russia to the semi-finals. Arshavin's performances in Euro 2008 were electrifying. His ability to pick out a pass, his dribbling, and his clinical finishing made him one of the most exciting players in the tournament. He scored 3 goals and provided 2 assists in just 4 games. One of his most memorable performances came in the group stage against Sweden, where he scored 1 goal and assisted another, sending Russia through to the knockout rounds. By the end of the tournament, Arshavin was named to the team of the tournament, and his stock was higher than ever. He was now a sought-after player across Europe, and it seemed like only a matter of time before he would make a big move to one of the continent's top clubs. Chapter 4. The Move to Arsenal, a new chapter. In January 2009, Andrey Arshavin completed his much-anticipated move to English Premier League side Arsenal. The deal, worth £15 million, made Arshavin the club's most expensive signing at the time. There were high hopes that Arshavin would be the missing piece in Arsenal's attacking lineup, and his debut was nothing short of spectacular. In just his second match for the club, Arshavin scored 4 goals in an unforgettable 4-4 draw against Liverpool. His display was a perfect mix of creativity, finishing, and sheer footballing intelligence. It was a performance that cemented his place in Arsenal's history and showed that Arshavin was more than capable of handling the rigors of the Premier League. Over the next few years, Arshavin's performances for Arsenal were a mixed bag. At his best, he was a creative force, linking up play and providing key assists. but at times he struggled with consistency, and his influence on the field waned. Despite this, he still managed to score 31 goals and provide 45 assists in 144 appearances for the club. Chapter 5. The return to Zenit and a decline in form. After a relatively successful stint at Arsenal, Arshavin's form began to dip. His final seasons in the Premier League were marked by inconsistency, and by 2012 it was clear that a change was needed. Arshavin returned to Zenit St. Petersburg on loan, and the hope was that this move would reignite his career. However, his second stint at Zenit was not as successful as the first. While he still showed flashes of his brilliance, the player who once lit up the European stage was no longer the same. In 2013, Arshavin moved to Kuban Krasnodar, where he spent one season before moving to Kairat Almaty in Kazakhstan in 2015. His time in these clubs was relatively quiet, and Arshavin's decline seemed inevitable. In 2018, Arshavin retired from professional football. It was a sudden and anticlimactic end to what had once been a promising career. Fans who had watched him captivate the world with his performances in 2008 were left wondering what went wrong. Chapter 6. The mysterious disappearance. After his retirement, Arshavin seemed to vanish from the public eye. While many of his contemporaries took up punditry or coaching roles, Arshavin's name disappeared from the footballing world. He wasn't in the media, he wasn't involved in high-profile partnerships, and there were few updates on his life after football. The question on everyone's mind was, where did he go? Some speculated that Arshavin simply lost interest in the game after his retirement. After all, he had achieved so much early on. Others believed that his personality, which had often been described as introverted and mysterious, contributed to his decision to stay out of the limelight. Whatever the reason, Arshavin's disappearance left many fans confused and wondering what had happened to one of the brightest talents in football. Chapter 7. A return to Zenit. A new role behind the scenes. In 2025, Andrey Arshavin resurfaced in a surprising new role. He was appointed as the Deputy General Director for Sports Development at Zenit St. Petersburg. While this wasn't the comeback many fans were hoping for, it did signal that Arshavin remained closely tied to the club that had given him his big break. In this new position, Arshavin was responsible for helping shape Zenit's future development and guiding the club as they aimed to continue their success in Russian football. Though he was no longer playing, Arshavin's role behind the scenes allowed him to continue contributing to the game in a different capacity. Chapter 8. Arshavin's legacy. What could have been? Andrey Arshavin's legacy is a complex one. He was undoubtedly one of the most gifted players of his generation. But his career was marked by inconsistency and missed opportunities. His performances at Euro 2008 will forever be remembered, and his time at Zenit and Arsenal showed glimpses of his incredible talent. But what could have been? Arshavin's career was full of what-ifs. Had he maintained the form he showed at Euro 2008 and early in his career, could he have been considered one of the greatest players of his generation? There's no doubt that Arshavin had the ability to become a true footballing legend, but his inconsistency and eventual decline meant that his potential was never fully realized. Andrey Arshavin's career is one of football's great mysteries. From a star at Euro 2008 to a player who vanished from the spotlight, his story is full of highs and lows. His brilliance on the field, combined with his enigmatic personality off it, makes Arshavin a fascinating figure in football history. His legacy is one of missed potential and unfulfilled promise, but also one of unforgettable moments that will live on in the memories of fans worldwide. What do you think? Was Arshavin's career a case of brilliance never fully realized, or did his mysterious exit make him an even more intriguing figure? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Andrey Arshavin's career, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more captivating football stories. Have a player in mind who you'd love to see us cover next? Let us know in the comments. Share this video with your fellow football fans and keep the conversation going.